Alright, we have angle ABC. What is the measure of angle ABC? We can clearly see there's a little box in there. That means it's a right angle. So I can put the measure of angle ABC, make sure B is in the middle of that, equals 90 degrees. Right? That makes sense. Now let's say I get cute here, and I add a ray come out of point B here, and I'm gonna put that ray up there, just like that. And we'll say that we could get a protractor out. I'm just gonna guess that this is 30 degrees. We're gonna call that 30 degrees. So the measure, we're gonna say that the measure of angle AB, and I've added a point up here, ABZ, is equal to what? 30 degrees. Now we can figure out what the measure of angle ZBC is from this, right? Because all I need to do is take the measure from angle ABC, right, which is the whole thing, and subtract out this 30 degrees, and I'll have the missing piece that's left there. So the measure of angle ZBC now, measure of angle ZBC equals 90 minus 30, or 60 degrees. Now when we have the measure of angle ABZ and ZBC, and those two angles add up to 90 degrees, they're what we call complementary angles. So complementary, all it means is when we have two angles whose measures add up to 90 degrees. So I'm going to say that again. Complementary angles are two angles whose measures add up to 90 degrees. I'm going to say it one more time. Complementary angles are two angles whose measures add up to 90 degrees. Real important, the 90 degrees, that goes with complementary, because people always mix up these two, supplementary and complementary. So complementary is with 90-degree angles. This, by the way, we can tell right away the measure of angle ABC is what here? It's going to be 180 degrees, because this is a straight line. So straight lines, straight angles are 180 degrees. Now I'm gonna draw another ray in here, right on point B, and we'll put our ray right there. We could put it anywhere. We're gonna put it right there though. Let's say, and I'm making up this number. We'd have to get a protractor out, but I'm gonna make it up. It looks to be an obtuse angle right here. I'm gonna say this is 130 degrees, and we don't know what this angle is here, so I'm gonna put a question mark. And I'm also gonna have to add a point here. We'll call this point F. All right. So I get my point F there. Now, we know the measure of angle ABF, 130 degrees. What we don't know is what the measure of angle FBC is. So the measure of angle FBC is what we have to figure out. Well, since we know, once again, the whole thing here is 180 degrees, this part's 130, what's left? 180 minus 130 degrees, and we get 50 degrees for measure angle FBC. And what's it called when we have two angles that add up to 180 degrees? That is called supplementary. So two angles whose measures add up to 180 degrees. Supplementary, two angles whose measures add up to 180 degrees. So again, complementary, two angles